A belated Happy New Year to all of you around the world tuning in. It is the season opening WTT Star Contender in Doha, live and direct from one of our classic hubs, the iconic Lusail Sports Arena, which is hosting the 5th edition of this Star Contender event. I'm your commentator, Fraser Riley. So excited, as I'm sure a lot of you are as well, for what we have in store in 2025. The calendar is out. So many fantastic new events confirmed. But let's get down to business here. We've already got the roll balling, haven't we? We're into the second session of the first day of main draw action. And it is the main stage that is table one. It's about to have a mixed doubles battle between the Indians, Manika BATRA and MANAV Thakkar, a new partnership up against the young pairing in red from the People's Republic of China, the Chens, CHENYUANYU and CHENYI. Be quite a fascinating match here. $275,000 total prize pool here in Doha. For the second straight year, Qatar kicks off the calendar with this event. We had 2 days of qualification rounds. Today's the first day of the main draw. CHENYUANYU and CHENYI were the nominated wildcards. They were pasted right into the bottom half of the main draw, where they're the only Chinese pair. They haven't had so much experience together, the Indians on screen. When they played one event, the most recent Asian Championships in Astana, Kazakhstan, where they lost in the round of 16 to the Olympic finalists Lee Jong-sik and Kim Kum-yong. So, a difficult one to call. Give you some more details about the players once the match begins. But here we are with the opener. It is Manika BATRA to begin here. Yeah, BATRA and Nena Shekaren have been the golden pair of India in recent history. They broke into the top 5 in the world after reaching the final of the WTT Contender Nova Gorica in 2022. So how well will BATRA gel with MANAV Thakkar here? Beautiful control there. BATRA, one of the very best long pimple players in the game. She uses those on her backhand. Anti-spin, as it's also known, reverses it. Orthodox forehand. Tried to spin it there, but decent length on the touch. All square in the first game so far. A really heavy spin, and it was difficult for Thakkar to get over the top. CHENYUANYU waiting for that one. Had an encouraging win today in the men's singles, CHENYUANYU against Marcos Freitas. Won that 3-1. The Chens haven't had so much experience together either. They've only played 4 events together, and they were all in 2022. FIDE Autochets, Asian Youth Championships, Contender Almaty, and the World Youth Champs. Didn't get further than the quarter-final in any of those events. It has been some time, considerable amount of time since they've played together. Much improved. Oh, managed to find the crossover of CHENYI. CHENYUANYU ripped the backhand, and Manika BATRA looked to have twiddled there to play the inverted rubber with the backhand. You've got to watch out for that.
4, 5.
Oh, wow, that's stunning. Thank you very much, says CHENYUANYU. dispatches the backhand. Absolutely nobody home. Bit of breathing space. Trying to level here, the Indians. CHENYUANYU there, signalling to Chenyi under the table. Looked like it was going to be a backspin serve from that gesture. The Indians do level. So the points are split here at the second tiebreak of this first game. CHENYUANYU and Chenyi defeated. Should I say Huang Yuchang and Shi Sun Yao defeated the Brits, Pitchford and Hersey. They didn't get the privilege of the wild card. Batra and Thakkar had to qualify. They beat the young French pair of Lutz and Coton 3-1. Crucial juncture here in this first game. Who's going to make the cut? More proactive play from the Chinese. That was a beautiful forehand from Chenyi. The way she stepped into that ball. There was no giveaway whether she was going to go down the line on the pivot or cross table, as she did so well. But that's a strong receive there. And now Manika Batra, who will serve with the backhand. That's a chance to help the Indian cause. Tried to take the pace off it. CHENYUANYU asking questions of Batra's ability to create space. He pinned the crossover section. Batra and Chenyi, two very tall women's players, so that's going to be a good tactic. And she misses the serve. Oh dear. That is a moment that the 2018 Commonwealth Games champion would like to forget. And it helps the Chinese set up 2 game points. So athletic there, CHENYUANYU away from the table. Batra, though, got the bat high, calibrated a counter really well, went against the body weight of Chenyi, who was expecting it towards the backhand. Good composure. Oh, speaking of which, CHENYUANYU, stand and deliver. Manav Thakkar sniffed the half long. CHENYUANYU poached it. Just under 6 minutes, the Chinese win the first game, 11 points to 9. Good start.
Bye.
It's a really enthralling first game there. Chenyi and CHENYUANYU taking it by the skin of their teeth. Batra missing that serve. That's such a crucial point. Could have been a bit of a difference maker, but still, some good signs here for the Indians as well. Good shot from Batra. When you think about sort of the biggest challenges, especially to the Chinese women in recent history, you would put the Indian women at the top of that list. Right up there with the Japanese. And all you have to do is look back to the World Team Champs in Busan. The likes of Batra, Akula and Mukherjee really challenging Sun Ying-sha, Wang Yidi and CHENYUANYU. It's actually Akula and Mukherjee that managed to pick up a win in that match. Batra didn't win either of her two.
1-3.
She really is the golden girl. First ever Indian woman to get a bronze medal at the Asian Cup, which she did in Bangkok in 2022. Currently at a career high rank of 24 in the world, Batra. Her partner, MANAV Thakkar, slightly lower ranked in men's category, 58 in the world. Brilliant scoop up there from Chen. Watch this. Off the net, he had to improvise. The ball had dropped beneath the surface. He uses additional forearm there to create the arc. That was a stunning shot. He is 54 in the world, CHENYUANYU. CHENYI is 39. So two rising stars of Team China here.
3-4.
The winners of this match will face the salsa steppers, Maria Xiao and Alvaro Robles, the European champions, who defeated the lucky losers. We mentioned Pitchford and Hersey. They nearly beat Robles and Xiao. 11-6 in the fifth, that one, so it will be Spaniards that will face the winner of this. You can just see how sprightly the movement is of the Chens. They're low, they've got the engaged core, wide base, moving on the balls of their feet. And they're not waiting for the ball, they're focusing how they meet the ball. They come into the shot. Regardless if it's a serve, touch, flick, or even attack. Oh, he did well to anticipate that one. MANAV Thakkar braces for impact. Use that pace of CHENYUANYU's backhand to the best of his ability. But seamlessly put away there from CHENYI. The thing is, if you can keep the ball backspinny or floaty, you know that if Manika Batra is to play her pimple shot, it is going to be no spin coming at you, and you can really drive that one. If you top spin into it, it's going to come back loaded with backspin. Like this ball here. Good feeling from Manav.
8-5.
Still a lot of work to do for Batra, though, because CHENYI was able to spin that one into the middle. MANAV Thakkar's caressing block couldn't deny her that. Oh.
5-9.
Dismissive. And now the floodgates have opened. Much more convincing scoreline here in the second game. The Chinese just 2 away from sealing the deal. Good spin up from Batra. 2-point cushion. Might see a timeout if the Indians can win another point here. Let's see. It's a great backhand from MANAV Thakkar. Thinking about it, and they are going to call it. That's 3 points in a row now. all of a sudden, a very different game. Let's see what happens after this timeout. We'll have a minute here just to stew over things. Not many better events to kickstart the 2025 season than this. The Lusail Sports Arena, 5th edition of the Star Contender Doha. First day of main draw action. Strongly advise you to head over to the WTT website or app. You can check out the calendar. We'll have 2 new Smash locations in Sweden and the USA. Next major event after the WTT Contender Muscat will be the Singapore Smash.
5.
Really excited to be heading out there. And we're seeing a lot of teams have a kind of generational reset, especially after the Paris Olympics. Some of the more senior players stepping down now, falling on their swords, making way for the young blood.
9, 8.
And CHENYUANYU and Chenyi, especially here, are 2 examples of that, representing Team China. But it's tough, isn't it? When you have Sun Ying-sha, Wang Chi-chin, Lin Shadong, Kwai Man. That's why these performances here are so important. Trying to get them out to wide backhand. Now all players at the table are right-handed. A little bit easier to play it into the player that had just played the shot. Make that difficult for the other player. But CHENYUANYU, with a pirouetting forehand, puts an end to things. Had a big compound movement to play there. A game over 7 minutes. Same scoreline though, but the timeout pays off for the Chinese duo, and the 2 games to the good here. You have to imagine here that MANAV THAKKAR-WTT BATRA is slightly disheartened. Coming so close in both games, but it'll feel so far gone now. Trailing by 2 games. Every game now is a must-win if they are to live to see another day in Doha. He's a tricky customer, is MANAV THAKKAR. Very slight in stature, but he times his shots well. Not one to be underestimated. Former world #1 in under-21s. Bit of a history maker himself, THAKKAR. I'd say he's got underrated feeling. A good holder of the table, good blocker. Consistency player. wouldn't call him a power player. He doesn't make so many mistakes. However, when you're up against two players who have impeccable timing, more difficult. Look at Chenyi there, how instinctive that seemed to be. Not often you see a long serve in doubles. That's perhaps why the Indians tried it, just to be unpredictable. But the foremotion must have given it away to Chenyi there. Abbreviates the stroke as the ball was inside the table. Oh, how on earth has that found the table? He was out of picture there, CHENYUANYU. Oh, he was leaning back when he played it as well. That is one of the picturesque shots we've seen in this match, probably the most spectacular one we've seen. Didn't even need to be balanced when he played it. We know the Chinese love their leaning, but that was a leaning forehand from CHENYUANYU, and it has forced the Indians into a timeout. This is very, very strong from CHENYUANYU. Imperious. The flick was just as good. No reaction. Just another day at the office. Timeout doesn't seem to have made any difference whatsoever. Intended to stop things from snowballing out of control, but they've managed to continue with this momentum. Look at the squatting forehand of Chenyi. Silhouette there. There was already pace on the ball. She used it, kept the bat high due to the lack of time that she had to play it. And this has just spiraled. There's 6 match points here for the Chens. CHENYUANYU and serving here Chenyi. Epic. He's done it again with the forehand, CHENYUANYU. It's gone blistering past the Indians. And they've done it. That was a peach to finish. A 3-0 win. Much more convincing in the third. I think a bit of the Indian disappointment may have bled into that last game there, because it was 9-9 in the first two. And the young Chinese stars, Chenyi and CHENYUANYU, are through to the quarterfinals. They will face the European champions Maria Xiao and Alvaro Robles. That's one to look forward to. They get it done in just over 20 minutes. And next here on table 1, we will be getting underway with the women's singles round of 64 action. It will be Song Goman of China against Natalia Bayor of Poland.